Now, what is one of the biggest things that separates one culture from another culture? Language, of course. And if you've ever traveled to another culture, or even somewhere in America where the predominant language is not English, you know that it's really difficult to communicate with people and to really bond with them and get to know them if you don't have a common language. So today's video is 5 phrases that you need to know in any language. As I've been studying different languages, I've found out there are some phrases that you use over and over again when you're new in a culture, and those are the 5 phrases that I think ought to be first in every language book. Of course, depending on the kind of work you're doing, the kind of interactions you're having, your phrases may differ a little bit, but here are 5 phrases that I think everybody should know in any language that they're expecting to have to communicate in. Are you ready? Number 1, you should always know how to greet people in the culture that you're entering into. Sometimes that's a hello, sometimes it's a different phrase that's not exactly hello, but it's the equivalent of hello. Also make sure that you know whether or not that culture uses formal and informal versions of greeting. Learn both, because you don't want to casually greet somebody that you should be greeting more respectfully. That's a very important tip to know. Let's see, what else is. Number 2, you should learn how to say, please speak more slowly, because you will be saying that. When somebody finds out you speak a little of their language, they will rattle away to you, and you will need to say, please speak more slowly. You will repeat that multiple times. Just learn how to say it very nicely. Number 3, and I think this is an obvious one, learn how to say thank you. You always want to be able to express your thanks. Sometimes a smile will do, but you really want to know how to say, hey, thank you. You are going to have so many reasons to say thank you. Number 4. See? I'm too short. Number 4. That's 8. 4. You need to know how to... I lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. Number 4. You're going to want to know how to ask somebody how to say a new word. That's how you learn a language. So you want to be able to point at an object and ask, how do you say that? Or act out something. How do you say, and then maybe run or walk, and find out what the word for run or walk is. So learn how to ask for new vocabulary. Last but not least, number 5. Know how to express a need or a desire. So, I want or I need. That way you can say things like, I need a bathroom, or I need to get something to eat, or because you can act out eating, you can kind of indicate bathroom, you can express a desire to go in a direction, but if you're just miming those specific actions, you may not be able to convey, I need this, or I want to do this. And so being able to add the phrase I need or want and then complete the sentence by acting it out is very, very helpful. And then probably the person you're talking to will repeat back to you the sentence that you should have been able to say, so you'll learn what that verb or that object's name is. So, you need a glass of water. They'll repeat it back to you, and then you can say, yeah, I need a glass of water, in their language. So you're learning, but it's also really important to be able to express needs or desire. The most important thing to remember about communicating in a new language when you're just starting out is, number 1, listen a lot. Listen to everything that you can, but number 2, don't be afraid to just try stuff. Usually people love it when you try to communicate with them. They'll be very forgiving in most cultures of any attempts to try to speak their language, so take advantage of that. They'll just think that's great that you care enough about them to want to communicate with them. And actually putting things into practice and trying them out is how you learn. So you will learn a language faster if you're willing to just kind of put yourself out there. Don't be afraid of looking a little silly, and try to learn a language. It's a lot of fun. So bye until next time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.